Rick's Corner. Rick's Corner.
Hi, welcome to Rick's Corner. I had some things to discuss about steroids because my last interview with Rich Piana has done so well that I wanted to go into another issue that just came about the other day. Well, first of all, I've had so many hits on his interview with me, and good comments and bad comments. Well, first of all, you guys who go in and you rag on him for doing what he's doing, it's really not your place to rag on him. He does what he does. He's successful at it. He's made a name for himself. Be happy with it. If you're bitter because you can't get the results, that's your problem, and probably is you're not doing something right. Now, we've talked about this over and over. I've been doing this for 50 years. I have experience. I know what I'm talking about. You young guys want to criticize us and think you know what you're talking about. You're full of crap because you don't. You haven't lived life long enough to understand what it does. If you're taking steroids and they don't work for you, your diet's off and your training's off. There's something wrong. Either that or you just don't have the genetics, because they all play into it. I've seen guys take stuff, they don't make any gains at all, but they eat wrong and they don't know how to train. I've seen guys take stuff and they grow great. Everybody's different at a different level. You can't be envious and put up somebody else and make them look like a crap because you're jealous of what they attain. And I think you need to stop doing that because it makes you look like a fool in my eyes. Now, I was in a health food store the other day. Leroy Colbert, he's going out of business. A man comes in, he's 15 years younger than me, never worked out, and he tells me that steroids increase the sharpness of your vision, which is completely wrong. We discussed Lance Armstrong, and wanted my opinion. I said, he can do whatever he wants to do. Look at it this way. Everybody's on something. That's the way the world works. You take custom cars, you take funny cars, dragsters. They're supposed to be stock cars and they're not. They put high lift cams in them. They mill the heads, extra compression. They do whatever they can to win. Any race car, any race motorcycle, any one of those things. So if you get into sports, you're doing the same thing. You're do it to be the best you can be. Now, you have to have the ability. You have to have certain genetics. You have to have the will. And the steroids just get you over the hump in some things. Now, in baseball, when they came out, these guys doing Barry Bonds and these guys, doesn't make them hit the ball any straighter. It's impossible. And it may not even hit the ball any harder. I don't know. Steroids are used for strength and lifting, and they're used for aesthetics and bodybuilding for shape and muscle size. All right, they're not going to make you a genius at every sport. It's impossible. You're not going to be better at chess. You're not going to be better at certain things that you do. It's just the way it works. But the world is clueless because the news media takes steroids and they blow it out of proportion. And they tell you that all these wrestlers and all these bodybuilders died from it. Well, I have never seen one guy die from steroids in 50 years. Not one. Now, if they had any problem at all, it's because they abused it and they went overboard. But let's remember, what about cigarettes and alcohol? What about that? Those are the two most dangerous drugs out. You got lung cancer from cigarettes. Alcohol destroys your liver and it causes car accidents and you kill other people because you're driving drunk? Come on. You know what it is? The government makes money off them. They support the government, they support the councilmen, and they put money into certain people to run for office. That's why they don't come down on cigarettes and alcohol. Steroids don't do that. So, hey, you know what? Let's come down on it. A few years back, Bush says, we got to do something about the Iraqi war and steroids. He put the two together. What does it matter to him if a guy has a 20-inch arm? What's that going to do with the world crisis? It's doing nothing. It's silly. It's stupid. And I think they should be legal. There's nothing wrong with it. Then they wanted to ban creatine. Then they wanted to come out and say that we couldn't take health foods anymore. They're going to put a ban on health foods. So you can't go to a vitamin store because it's all political. Now, you can take what you want to take. It's your business. Nobody cares. I can do what I want. It's my business. Rich can do what he wants. It's his business. You shouldn't sit there and criticize this guy for having a 22, 23-inch arm. More power to him. How about you trying to get it? How about you post pictures of yourself and show us your gains so we can criticize you? You wouldn't like it. So what I want to say is this guy that told me that he knew all about steroids, he says, you know, when you quit taking it, you just die. And I said, where do you get your information? And he says, and also increase your vision. Do you wear glasses? I said, no. He says, see what I mean? Your vision's perfect. I said, I've had glasses. I quit wearing them. It was a crutch. So I quit wearing them. My vision got better. Have you ever gone off? Yes, and I didn't die. So how are you going to say I'm going to die when I go off? And he was adamant about his opinion. And I said, your opinion's worthless. I said, it's like assholes. Everybody has one. And I said, yours is worthless. You're telling me stuff that you think you know more than me, and I've been doing this for 50 years with the top guys. I had the top body in the 70s. Don't tell me that you know more about steroids than I do. It's impossible. So I really put him in his place. These people on the street are always know-it-alls. Guys I grow up with, people I've talked to years ago, you don't take steroids, do you? I said, why not? Because it can kill you. I said, you know what? Case in point, look at you and look at me. You got 1 foot in the grave. Your belly's out to here, you look like you're dying, and I'm in good health, and there's nothing wrong with me. And I do a CC a week. You don't do anything. You eat crap. So tell me where it correlates that they're going to kill me, where they're going to hurt me, and I'm going to have problems with it. I've never had one. In fact, I've never felt better. So for you guys who want to know about this, I'm trying to give you free information, and you want to criticize me for giving you free information? What's wrong with you? You got bug up your ass or something? I'm telling you the truth. Take it and use it, or don't tune in anymore, because I'm really tired of the remarks saying that we don't know what we're talking about, and Rich Piana's a fool, and this one's a fool, because you know better sitting home beside your little tiny computer with your 12-inch arm, and you don't have a clue what's going on. And you tell me, no, I don't have the size I used to have. No, I don't. I don't care to have the size I used to have. I'm not wrestling anymore. I'm not competing anymore. And at my age, I don't have an ego. I'm not worried about it. I prove myself. I don't have to do this every day just to prove to somebody who I am. They know who I am. So that's my take on the steroids. There'll be more to come. I'll have Rich back again, but I needed to make this point because you guys need to know. Not all of you, a lot of you great viewers and listeners, but there's always a chosen few on the internet who are haters, and we know they're out there, but I'd love to meet them face to face because I'd slap them silly. So I'm just letting you know that, my feelings on it, and that's how it is. And thank you for watching Rick's Corner. I'm going to have guys back. We're going to go into depth on this with Robbie and with Rich and other people that I can bring forward to make my point. And thanks for being my supporter. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned for more Rick's Corner. Also go to bodybuilding.com and you can get my Gold's Gym and World Gym signature shirt, which is on sale now. I'm going to run a little ad on that. Thanks again for watching Rick's Corner. Don't forget to buy your original Gold's Gym t-shirt with my signature and the World Gym Gorilla with my signature at bodybuilding.com. Buy it now before they run out.
It's rickdracing.com. He is the equalizer, baby. See you next time.